Hello everyone and welcome to my Windar Insider 24 update channel. Tessa and Daniel's drunken kiss turns into a steamy moment. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and Daniel Romalotti will share a drunken kiss during the week of October 20th to 24th, but could a lip lock turn into something more? Sparks alight. The preview for the week of October 20th to 24th of Young and the Restless has been released. It shows a very drunk Tessa helping Daniel up to the GCAC steps. When Tessa gives her best friend a kiss, it makes them appear to be heading to a hotel room. Will they do more when he looks at her in shock? Fans know that Daniel has feelings for Tessa, something he's admitted to both his parents, Phyllis Summers, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian. It will be a dream come true for Tessa to kiss Daniel, but since Tessa is intoxicated, Daniel may halt the situation. Daniel may not want to do more, but it's not clear if he's as drunk as Tessa. Not only does Daniel respect Tessa and would not want to exploit her, but he also cares about her and is aware that she is still in love with Mariah Copeland, her wife. What if? At the same time, if Daniel is also drunk, he might let his feelings take over, and the two of them might cross a line. The proverbial poop would hit the fan if Daniel and Tessa hit the sheets, and things could get very complicated. Not only because they are friends, and she's married, but also because Daniel does have very real feelings for Tessa. As a result, performing the deed while intoxicated would exacerbate the already difficult situation. Still, there would be some good drama, and Tessa might find out during the bedroom session that she has more than just friendly feelings for Daniel. Will Daniel and Tessa do more than just kiss during the week of October 20th to 24th? Comment down below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily and check out this site often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. The emotional landscape of the Young and the Restless is about to shift dramatically as Tessa Porter and Daniel Romalotti find themselves caught in a whirlwind of emotion, temptation, and blurred boundaries. What begins as a simple night of companionship spirals into a potentially life-altering moment that could destroy relationships, test loyalties, and awaken long-buried feelings. The spoilers for the week of October 20th to 24th tease that a drunken kiss between the two friends will ignite sparks that neither expected nor can easily extinguish. Both Tessa and Daniel have danced around emotional tension for months, their connection deepening through vulnerability, shared experiences, and mutual admiration. However, this unanticipated kiss forces both characters to confront truths they have attempted to suppress and blurs the line between friendship and forbidden desire. A deeper story of longing, emotional neglect, and the never-ending search for meaning in chaos lies beneath this seemingly impulsive act. The preview for the week opens with a visually charged scene, a visibly intoxicated Tessa stumbling up the steps of the GCAC, Genoa City Athletic Club, supported by Daniel, whose concerned expression contrasts with her carefree laughter. The setting, dim lights, the soft hum of music, the glimmer of city nightlife, perfectly encapsulates the thin line between innocence and temptation. Daniel, always a gentleman, is safely leading his best friend back to her room, demonstrating his dependability and moral foundation. But in this fragile moment of closeness, Tessa impulsively leans in and kisses him. It's not a calculated move or mischievous flirt, it's raw, emotional, and spontaneous. Daniel is stunned when she makes eye contact with him and freezes in disbelief. Tension builds in the air, and it appears as though time has stopped. The kiss represents everything that Daniel has secretly aspired to but has never been brave enough to pursue. It may be Tessa's subconscious way of expressing her confusion and unmet emotional needs, an act she doesn't fully comprehend but that reveals her heart's turmoil. Daniel's inner conflict is the emotional core of this storyline. His genuine feelings for Tessa, which he has acknowledged to Danny Romalotti and Phyllis Summers, are well known to viewers. His affection is not lust-driven but deeply emotional, rooted in admiration for her artistry, resilience, and warmth. As a result, the kiss is both the realization of a dream and the onset of a nightmare. Daniel gives himself a brief moment to experience the intimacy of a moment he has long imagined and the depth of his desire. Yet, reality swiftly intrudes. Tessa is drunk, married, and emotionally fragile. His sense of morality and respect for her comes crashing down like a wave, washing away the fantasy he momentarily indulged in. This moment perfectly encapsulates Daniel's complexity as a character, balancing his longing for connection with his apprehension of violating moral norms. He knows that succumbing to temptation would not only betray Mariah Copeland, Tessa's wife, but also compromise his integrity and his friendship with Tessa. The decision before him is not just about resisting physical attraction but about defining the kind of man he wants to be. For Tessa, this moment reveals cracks in her seemingly stable life. Tessa has struggled with feelings of stagnation, creative exhaustion, and emotional distance since her love for Mariah once defined her. Her marriage, though still grounded in affection, has lost some of its spark due to time apart, professional stress, and unspoken resentment. She loses her inhibitions and shows the vulnerability she's tried to hide with alcohol. The kiss, then, becomes a symbol of escape, a fleeting rebellion against the structure of her life. It's not necessarily about Daniel himself, but about the emotions he evokes in her: safety, admiration, and an understanding she hasn't felt in a while. Daniel represents the comfort of being seen, the warmth of someone who listens without judgment. When she kisses him, she's not just expressing attraction. She's reaching for something that feels alive, spontaneous, and real in a world that has become routine. The uncertainty surrounding Daniel's level of intoxication adds another layer of intrigue. The situation shifts from a moral dilemma to mutual vulnerability if Daniel is as drunk as Tessa. Emotion takes precedence over reason in that haze of alcohol, and the possibility of them crossing the line becomes extremely real. The repercussions would be devastating if they ended up in bed together. Not only would it shatter Tessa's marriage to Mariah, but it would also destroy the friendship that has sustained her and Daniel through years of shared pain. For Daniel, sleeping with Tessa would fulfill a fantasy but also awaken unbearable guilt. Everyone in Genoa City would be affected by the repercussions, which would change their relationship forever. Phyllis, known for her fierce opinions and maternal protectiveness, would likely have strong reactions. The moral compass that is Danny would be disappointed by his son's lack of judgment. And Mariah, who was known for being a fiery person, would be torn apart by the betrayal, not only from her husband but also from a man she thought was a friend of his. Yet, despite the moral implications, fans can't deny that this storyline oozes classic soap opera tension. It's illegal, touching, and full of chemistry. Kate Fairbanks, Tessa, and Michael Graziardi, Daniel, have developed a rare on-screen rapport that combines warmth and vigor, making every glance seem to contain hidden meaning. Both characters are forced to confront what lies beneath their platonic facade as a result of their drunken encounter, which serves as the ideal narrative catalyst. The emotional repercussions won't be able to be ignored, regardless of whether or not they cross the ultimate line. Even if the kiss ends with Daniel gently pulling away and escorting Tessa safely to her room, the damage is already done. The kiss will haunt them both, Daniel with guilt and longing, and Tessa with confusion and regret. Every look will serve as a reminder of what almost happened, and every interaction in the future will carry the weight of that night. Narratively, this twist enriches both characters' arcs. For Daniel, it pushes him toward self-reflection, forcing him to balance desire with conscience. It might even rekindle his desire for emotional development and closure in relation to previous relationships. For Tessa, the kiss becomes a mirror reflecting her internal dissatisfaction, compelling her to examine her marriage and her sense of self. It could lead her to a crossroads, fight to rekindle her connection with Mariah or acknowledge that something in her heart has shifted. Either way, the kiss acts as a catalyst for transformation, ensuring that neither character remains stagnant. Emotional realism is what makes this storyline so compelling. Many viewers can relate to the experience of blurred boundaries, moments when affection, alcohol, and loneliness intertwine to create moral confusion. The writers have skillfully woven a scene that is both scandalous and human, walking the fine line between shock value and psychological depth. Whether the kiss turns into a steamy moment or stops at the threshold of temptation, it will alter the trajectory of both Tessa and Daniel's lives. It's not just about infidelity, it's about emotional honesty, self-awareness, and the price of desire. As the week of October 20th to 24th unfolds, fans will be watching closely to see how far this tension escalates. Will Daniel resist temptation and protect Tessa from herself? Or will they surrender to the moment, letting passion override reason? One thing is certain, the aftermath will be explosive. In The Young and the Restless, the kiss, which tests love, friendship, and the limits of forgiveness will become a defining moment regardless of how the night ends. Tessa's bold move, Kane and Devon connect, Mariah's mental health. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. In the next episode, fans can expect Tessa Porter to make a bold move. Kane Ashby attempts reconciliation with Devon Winters. Additionally, Phyllis Summers makes a risky wager. Continue reading to learn more about the upcoming episodes of the CBS soap opera. Be sure to check out the spoilers for our weekly Y&R here. Mariah Copeland's mental health. Let's start off with Taraya. Fans know that Tessa recently went to Boston to visit Mariah Copeland. After attempting to kill a man, the redhead is receiving treatment for her mental health. However, when the singer went to see her wife, she was caught off guard. The brunette mentioned that Mariah appears to be getting worse rather than better. Then, Mariah insisted that she had to go on this journey by herself. Read more. Find out what transpired in the most recent Y&R episode. Tessa Porter's bold move. After Tessa ripped up the Queen of Hearts card and left the clinic, she went back to the hotel. In a weekly preview clip, Tessa stumbles while going up the stairs. Since Daniel Romalotti, Jr. is right there, he prevents a drunk Tessa from falling. After he catches her fall, Tessa reaches over to give him a passionate kiss. Read this, Y&R spoilers. GH chemistry tested as Claire seduces crooked cop. While Daniel does have romantic feelings for Tessa, he also knows that her heart still beats for Mariah. So, I'm not sure if Daniel will return the kiss, at least, not yet. Kane Ashby and Devon Winters connect. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 21st reveal that Kane will connect with Devon. Apparently, the tycoon tries to make amends to the music label owner. Devon, on the other hand, doesn't appear to trust Kane at this point. It's likely that the young man will tell the businessman to stop talking and show it. Click here to read Y&R spoilers for the next 2 weeks. Ian haunts Mariah, Sienna, and Nick connect 21st of October in 2025 in the next episode. Fans can also expect Phyllis to take a big risk. This might have something to do with Christine Blair's wedding. It could also have something to do with Kane's plan to earn redemption by using AI. Kane told her to come up with some pitches, and she said she would. So, what is the big plan, and is it really possible for Kane to earn redemption after all of this? What does this mean for the rest of the characters and their companies? Is there any way for Kane to climb out of the mess he's currently in? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025? Write down your thoughts in the box below. To find out what happens next, remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount+.